Okie dokie, so I'm back. And I apologize. I tried to do something live and tell people how it was, but company came and I'm a little blind, crippled, and crazy, so I still have yet to learn how to work this machine, especially on a live format. But nevertheless, I love being transparent because I have nothing to hide. That's my bottom line. I was telling you how blessed I was because I received a watch. I received actually a recording opportunity. You know, everybody out here has their own business, their own studios, their own life. And the bottom line is, now that I have a life, I can pretty much do whatever I want to do. So when people give me the opportunity, that's like, okay, I have something to do, let's do it. And then I go back to what I usually do, which is nothing. Thank God I have nothing to do during this virus time. But nevertheless, I am going to do a video. I'm going to feature our pastor, and then, we had church today. You know, I know a lot of you can't go to church, but I'm a musician and I work directly with the pastor of this church. So I get the opportunity to go have Sunday school and all that, you know, the good stuff. So what I'm going to do is share it with you. We're usually doing this every Sunday at 11 o'clock live, you know. And that's interesting because now, wow, I talk to the actual people. And sometimes I get their benefits out of the deal. You know, it's like, wow, we don't have to stick around and wait on everybody to leave. You know, it's like now you got to wait on folks. Nothing worse than waiting, to me. So I basically don't wait. I'm just going to be right now with it, and let's do it, and let's go home. You know, there's that church song, "Get right, church, and let's go home." But, okay, we're not going to do that today. But anyway, let's get back to the business, and be blessed. Bye-bye.
Good morning and welcome to our Sunday morning broadcast service. Amen. We're just good to be in the Lord's house. Glad to be in the Lord's house. He's good anyhow. No matter what's going on. He's still on the throne. Oh, yes, he is. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein. For he hath founded it upon the seas and established it upon the floods. Who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Who shall stand in his holy place? He that hath clean hands and a pure heart. Let's worship him. We're going to have some music now. this place this morning.
Yes, sir.
We want to share a word this morning from the Gospel of John, chapter 4. A very familiar story. Let's see what the Lord's going to give us about it this morning. John chapter 4, beginning in verse 1. When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself baptized not, but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again into Galilee. And he must needs go through Samaria. Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near to the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Jesus, therefore, being wearied with his journey, sat thus on the well. And it was about the 6th hour. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Jesus said unto her, Give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away into the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, How is it that thou, being a Jew, askest drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria? For the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that saith to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. The woman said to him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? Art thou greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water, springing up into everlasting life. The woman said unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come hither to draw. Jesus said unto her, Go call thy husband, and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Jesus said unto her, Thou hast said well, I have no husband. For thou hast had 5 husbands, and he whom thou now hast is not thy husband. In that saidst thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive that thou art a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Jesus said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet in Jerusalem worship the Father. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. I'll stop there. There's so much in this story. We're going to just try to get a few points that may be helpful to us, especially in this season of difficulty for us.
Yes.
The writer said that Jesus was being, quote unquote, pressed. And so because his hour had not yet come, he retreated from Judea, because they were plotting to kill him, to Samaria. Excuse me, he did go to Samaria, but he was headed to Galilee.
Yes.
And it says that he had to go through Samaria.
Amen.
Now, there's a shorter route from Jerusalem up to Galilee than to go through Samaria, much shorter. But it says that he had to go through Samaria. There's something in that had to go through Samaria. Jesus had an appointment with someone in Samaria. And when he got to this little place called Sychar in Samaria, there was a well just outside of town, the well of Jacob. And it says that Jesus was weary from his journey, and he sat down on the well. It was about the 6th hour. You want to put a pin in that. he sat on the well at the 6th hour, and a woman from Samaria came to him.
Yes.
Amen. Came to the well, actually, but she had no idea that Jesus was going to be there. She knew nothing about him, but Jesus had already planned this whole thing.
Yes, sir. Amen.
He asked her for a drink of water, and she was startled by that. First of all, in that culture, men would not ask a woman by herself any questions. Amen?
Amen.
It was a pretty tight culture when it came to relationships between men and women. And then secondly, she was Samaritan, and Jesus was a Jew.
Amen.
And Jews would not even drink from the same cup that the Samaritan held. But Jesus asked this foreign woman, who was still partly Jewish in that she was Israelite. The Samaritans were mixed in with the blood of the people who conquered them in the 7th century BC.
Yes.
And the woman said, "Sir, you want me, a Samaritan, to give you something to drink, water?" And Jesus said, "If you knew who it was that you were talking to, you would have asked, and he would have given you living water." Amen. Sometimes we're talking to the Lord and don't know who we're talking to.
Amen.
If we knew who it was that we were talking to, rather than ask for a new Cadillac, we might ask for living water.
Amen.
We might ask that the water inside of us, if we're already saved, would well up into a flowing fountain of living water that much more.
Amen.
Amen. And Jesus said that to her. And she said, "Sir, are you greater than our father Jacob?" He said, "The water that you drink out of this well, you will get thirsty again with that water.
Right.
But this water, the water I'm going to give you, has everlasting life."
Hallelujah.
Oh, glory to God. Some of us drink of the water of religious tradition.
Yes, sir.
Have I got a witness?
Amen.
The well of Jacob. We just keep going to church. Well, we can't do it right now, except for a few of us who are here this morning to spread the good news anyway. We go to church and drink water from the well of religion.
Yes, sir.
Oh, but Jesus, the source of grace, was sitting on top of tradition.
Amen.
Oh, yes, he was. Love sat on top of the law. Oh, yes, it did. And the water that Jesus gives does not run out.
No, sir.
No. Once you know him, once you have surrendered to him, you are saved. That's it.
Glory to God.
You may have ups and downs, but you're on your way to heaven.
Amen.
Amen. That's good news, y'all.
Amen.
Stop trying to make yourself and let him shape you.
Yes.
You already got everlasting life. Oh, yes, you do. And then the woman said, "Give me some of that water, so I won't have to come back here." Amen.
Amen.
I don't want to have to keep coming to the same spot to get water.
Amen.
Give me some water that I can carry with me and never have to always come back to the same place.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Amen. It's good to come to church, and I hope as soon as this thing opens up, I hope everybody comes. But you need some water that you can carry with you, that's with you whether you're in church or not.
Yes, sir. Hallelujah.
Amen.
Good.
The woman, he said, "Go get your husband," when she asked for the water. She said, "I don't have a husband." He said, "You've spoken rightly. You don't have a husband. You've had 5 husbands, and the one you're with now is not your husband." Amen. Have you ever gotten happy when your business has been exposed?
Not usually.
I mean, Jesus put her on Front Street,
That's true.
and she got excited.
That's amazing.
"Sir, I perceive that you are a prophet." Amen. Jesus is the only one who can make us feel good about exposing ourselves. He loves us right where we are. He will bring to our conscience what we have done wrong. Oh, yes, he will. But he won't beat you down in doing it. We need to copy that. When we deal with each other, we ought to be able to say something to one another in an honest way without trying to be personally put someone down. Amen. Amen. The grace of God ought to flow through us even when we correct one another. Paul said, when we correct someone, do it with meekness, lest we also be found guilty of the same thing. Amen. This woman got all excited. She went to the town and told all the men, it says in the text, I didn't read the whole text, come see a man. Oh yeah. This woman who had a bad reputation with all the men was so freed up from shame that she went to the men and told them to come see a man. Amen. Meaning the man. I know about y'all, just like you know about me. Y'all need to come and see a real man. Amen. Oh yes. Drawing them to have the same experience that she had. She wanted them to be excited about this fellow sitting on the well. Glory to his name. And before all that happened, she said, you people say that we should worship in Jerusalem, talking about the Jews. And we say that we should worship on Mount Gerizim. That's where the Samaritans worship. Jesus said the time is coming, and now is, when they that worship the Father must worship him in spirit and truth. It won't be about worshiping him in Jerusalem or on Mount Gerizim. It's more about worshiping him in spirit and in truth. Amen. Amen. We can be so concerned about detailed stuff that we forget about worshiping in spirit and in truth. Some of us want to get water out of the well so badly, the old water. Play my favorite song. You have a fast song, shout. Can I get a witness? You can't shout off a slow song like you can a fast song. Do it this way so I can feel something. We should be feeling something on the way to church. Yes, sir. Amen. Oh, yes, we should. The woman was all excited. I don't blame her. And the men did go. She was so full of excitement in Christ now that the men could feel it, and they went. And many of them believed in Jesus. The very people who talk about you, you can become a witness to. Amen. Jesus frees you up from the scorn and condemnation that they put on you. Frees you up to not be bothered anymore by their human condemnation. Amen. So you can tell them about him and what he's done for you. He sat down on the well of Jacob at the 6th hour, the same hour at which they placed him on the cross and lifted him up. Have I got a witness? Jesus sat on the well of Jacob on a hill called Calvary when he was weary from his journey. Now you will note that Jesus never got his drink of water from the woman at the well. Oh Lord, no he didn't. But then at the cross was the only other place where Jesus said that he was thirsty. And they gave him bitter gall to drink. In exchange for our sin, bitter gall, Jesus had blood and water flow out from his sacred side. salvation, everlasting water in exchange for our bitter water. Oh yes, Jesus gave himself, oh yes he did, for you and me on that hill as he sat on the well. Have I got a witness? Oh yes, Jesus is the summation of all that went before him. Yes, Lord, Jesus bowed his head between the locks of his shoulders. Yes, he did and died. They put him in a borrowed tomb all night Friday night, all day Saturday, all night Saturday night. Oh, but early Sunday morning, Jesus got up, y'all, with all power in his hands, everlasting power. Yes, a fountain of water in his hands. Yes, Jesus. Glory to his name. If there are any Samaritans meeting with me at the well this morning, we're all Samaritans. We're all guilty of something. We can all meet at that well where Jesus is sitting in a planned visit with us. If you don't know him and the pardon of your sins, and you feel like he's touched you this morning, whatever your reputation, whatever you've done, his arms are wide open for you this morning. Call the number that we gave you, the 4520-884-1569. Surrender to Jesus. You tried everything else. Let him have your life. If you already know him, you don't have a church home, you want to join Trinity, call that number, 520-884-1569. Give yourself to him. In Jesus' name we pray. We'll have some more music.
Thank you, Dr. McDowell.